My name's Art Karalexis, and I'm originally from the Hartford, Connecticut area. And I went through ROTC in college, and after that I became a second lieutenant, military police corps, and finished up as a captain about 7 years later. So I went to officer basic course immediately after graduating from college at Fort McClellan, Alabama, military police school for several months, and then I served in the reserves for the next 7 years in New Haven, Connecticut with a reserve unit called the 344th Military Police Company, and our goal was to escort enemy prisoners of war from the battle area to a rear holding area. I think I'm most proud of the fact that, that the military teaches you that first world problems are no big deal. When you go through these training cycles and you're in the pouring rain and your only hot meal of the day, you end up drinking it because it's soaking wet. It teaches you not to sweat the little things in life. I think a lot of things transfer from the military into the corporate world. And for me, it's things like discipline and focus and ethics and integrity and doing the right thing. When you do those things, success has to follow. When you have the utmost ethics and integrity and your only focus is taking care of people and doing the right thing, then success just follows that without any effort. I think my proudest moment in the military was when I had just become a second lieutenant, and I was put in charge of a platoon that had very, very low morale. And I distinctly remember being out on a field training exercise where we were marching around, and I was in charge of the cadence on that particular day. And for some reason, I was able to just lift the spirits of the platoon, and it just changed the entire mentality of them from that point forward. Well, the interesting thing about fellowship and camaraderie in the military is that it's really second to none. You can go away with a group of folks for 3 or 4 months, and you can go to college for 4 years, and you'll be tighter with those guys that you were in with the military, because you have highs and you have lows, and you work hard together for the common goal. And when you're with those guys and you're serving your country and you're doing it for the flag, it's tough to break a bond like that. It's incredible. I would like them to know the values that I instilled in my kids, and that is looking out for each other, being a good person, being a kind person. I think at the end of the day, my kids are going to look back and they're going to remember that my wife and I never walked past a person in the street that needed a little something. When we had something in our pocket, we would give it to them no matter what and hope that they did something good with it. I would say always try to be a kind person, and the simplest thing, the golden rule that you hear all the time, treat others like you want to be treated. It sounds so simple, but if you really, really take it to heart and you really execute on it, great things are going to happen. The best day of my life was when I met my wife. I remember like it was yesterday, without question. She's still my very, very best friend on this planet. My advice would be to be prepared to really work hard, to really focus on doing the right thing, to focus on the camaraderie, to focus on the fact that the people around you could end up being in charge of saving your life at some point, and vice versa. It's a very, very serious endeavor, but there's nothing that can possibly be more rewarding, and there's nothing that I'm more proud of in my professional life. I did something different when I got out of the military. I am now a mortgage banker with SunTrust Bank, and the things that I've learned in the military have helped me immensely over the years. There were times when I was put in position where I could do things that were not the right thing, and I could have made a whole lot more money doing it, and I wouldn't even flinch when a lot of other people would have taken the opportunity to try to put that extra money in their pocket. It's just not worth it. It's not the right thing to do. I'm just thankful to everybody to be able to participate in such a special thing in the community in which I love and in which I live.